Hi, I'm Wayne Schmidt, and I want to give you the opportunity to work with me in my one-on-one mentoring program. Together with my wife, Sally, we've had over 50 years experience working in the accounting industry, working at companies like Intuit, MYOB, and even launching Xero in Australia. And now we want to take that knowledge and give it to you in our 4-month mentoring program, one-on-one. We're going to help you with your brand, your growth, your marketing, and your sales, exclusively to accounting firms. So in month 1, we work with you on your brand. We will do things like, first, we're going to run a discovery meeting. We want to find out what's your end game point. Do you want to sell your practice? Are you setting your practice up for succession? Do you wanting more financial freedom? Do you want more time freedom with your family? So in that discovery meeting, we'll work out your end game point and then how do we get to that? From that, we then start straight away and we get into it. We run what we call the USP workshop, your unique selling proposition. This is where Sally goes out and researches the market and does a full SWOT analysis on all your competitors in the marketplace and what is your specific opportunity in that marketplace. From there, we will then be able to work out and immediately perform what I call a social media triage, getting all your social media aligned very quickly so that we're positioning your new USP on all those mediums. And then we'll run what's called a net promoter score using a product called Delighted. With that, we will survey all your clients and find out what do your clients really think of you? And we're going to find out which ones are your promoters. And from that, we'll be able to leverage them to build up some of your social media proof on your Google My Business by using that. We'll also find out those clients that might be in a situation where they could be leaving you. We'll also get out some information about price sensitivity and maybe you're actually selling your services too low. And from that, at the end of that first month, you'll have your first cut of the website done because we'll have your USP. We will have chatted to your clients. We'll have a discovery meeting and I will have had a great understanding of your business in that first month to release the first version of your website. So we get you a new website that's fully mobile compliant, secure, written on the Wix platform so that you can constantly update it and maintain it so that you don't have to worry about your website. Then month 2, we move into the growth phase. How do we grow your accounting practice? So we're going to look at things like your ideal client. And I'm talking about really not broad brush motherhood statements of SMEs turning over X amount. I'm talking about your ideal client is this person, and this person. From that, we will then start building up a suspect and a prospect database, more actually a prospect database, because we're going to know exactly the type of client you want. We're going to use some great tools like Linked Helper to build up that prospect database. And in that prospect building, we'll be using things like LinkedIn and other platforms to build up those prospects that we know from that first kickoff session in the growth phase of your ideal client. Then we move into the switch methodology. We explain why in the growth phase, the switch methodology of marketing and sales is so important because for you to get a new client, you have to switch them off an existing accounting firm. And remember, you don't want their D clients, you want their A clients. So unless you're doing something fundamentally different from them, they're not going to switch. And that's why you're going to leverage the skill set of both myself and Sally in producing content and websites and methodologies that are all about switch. You're not going to be the same. Then in month 3, we get into the marketing phase. And this is where we're leveraging our philosophy on switch. So we're going to be talking about content-led marketing. And I'm a big firm believer in that you want to create content that's not the same as everybody else. If you're using content that's outsourced from somebody else, you're just spreading the same messages to the same people and expecting a different result. So we're going to talk about content-led marketing and we'll talk about the power of video and how easy it is for anyone to produce high quality videos. But I'm going to show you all the tricks and tips to get people to interact with that video so that we can generate quality leads to your practice. We'll get your first EDM, electronic direct mail. So we'll set up your database systems, your MailChimp. We'll make sure that you're leveraging best practice in doing that. And that's where Sally's skill set in database marketing and database cleansing and building databases is going to be so valuable to your firm. Then we also talk about distribution. So if content is king, distribution is queen. And we're going to talk to you about the power of distribution. And then month 4, we get into my favorite topic, sales. That 5-letter word. I am going to teach you how to sell as a career salesperson. Sales, it's just a process, and I'm going to give you the exact process that if you follow it, you'll always succeed in closing deals. So we'll go through and explain the process. We'll talk about pipeline management. We'll show you tools like Pipedrive on how you can manage all your leads, how you actually manage the sales process. We configure that exclusively for accountants. We'll then handle things like objection handling and why you shouldn't be getting those in the first place. But if you do, we'll show you how to handle that. And then finally, we'll refine your website. Because what we started with will change over that 4-month period, because you'll get a better understanding of your ideal client and how that switch methodology works. Now, we offer this as a one-on-one service. So your commitment will be, I would need 2 hours of your time every week so that we can catch up, mentor you, mentor your team, mentor your partners. And on your commitment, your investment to us is just under $11,000. That's for a website and 4 months worth of mentoring that you can then continue on. And if you want, we can even continue the mentoring onwards if you want. So if you're ready to proceed or want to go through to the next step and want to make a commitment, let's have a discovery call. Just go to my website, click on the Meet button, and let's book a time. Looking forward to working with you and helping on your growth, your brand, your sales, and your marketing. Once again, thank you from Sally and myself.